Hey everyone, I'm Frankie from Perp Games and welcome to our horror game showcase. Today we'll be taking a look at all the horror games that Perp has coming up this year and beyond. We've got devlogs, brand new reveals, plus some extra special guests to help us out with all these announcements. So sit back, relax if you can, and let's head to our first special guest Ash Millman to introduce our first game.
Thanks, Frankie. Now, horror comes in all shapes and sizes, whether you're traversing vast dungeons inhabited by grotesque monsters, or facing up to the true horror of working your everyday desk job. But this new reveal is a dark psychological horror puzzle game that sees you traverse dream worlds in a last-ditch bid to find out what happened to your best friend after her tragic death. Armed with your puzzling prowess, and of course your trusty slingshot to outwit freaky demons and find out what really happened to your friend, you might just find that not everything is as it seems when you face the evil Focus on Dream Corporation. This is Amigo by the talented team at Madvar Studios. Check it out.
Heavy stars are real. The moon is up despite the hail. The trees they creak to grow shade. A ghostly arm won't fade away.
It looks creepy, right? You'll be able to craft different projectiles for your slingshot too, including explosive rounds, EMP pellets, and even smoke bombs, so you'll be able to sneak past enemies that are out for your blood. You can get your hands on Amigo in early 2027 when it launches on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S consoles. Next up, though, we have a game where you're exploring a haunted, abandoned theme park that's going to have you screaming at more than just roller coasters.
Another year without you, Dad. I was 10 when my mom's screaming about curses, about family sickness.
James, it's Dad.
Dad? What? This can't be real.
Follow me, son. Please. The thing here tastes emotionless blood and water. Feel nothing, James. There's a portal into the right, son. It goes to the other place. Follow the track, son.
I need to find you. I need to save you. Just close your eyes and breathe.
Yep, Emotionless: The Last Ticket is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series S and X consoles this March, including all of the content updates from the PC version too. Don't you just love it when PC indie gems make the leap to console? Next up, we have a game by Swedish developers Gamhalla. Set to launch on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series S and X in March 2026, in this game, you'll need to survive a nightmare born from your family's broken past. This is Unsealed, the Mayor.
Unsealed, the Mayor is a first-person psychological horror game set inside a nightmare. As you progress, you begin to recover memories of your past. By paying attention to your surroundings, reading notes, and listening carefully, you slowly piece together the truth of what happened. A core mechanic in the game is focus memory. By using it, you can reveal memories that are otherwise invisible. Interacting with these memories can uncover hidden areas. Focus memory can also be used to reveal hidden messages and clues, or to alter the environment, like unlocking doors or locking doors in order to survive an encounter. Some doors are sealed, requiring you to search nearby spaces for hidden teddies and burn them to unseal the door. You will also find puzzles where the clues are part of the space around you. Nothing is handed to you, the clues are always there, but you have to notice them. The mayor's behavior is unpredictable, creating tension through uncertainty. Survival depends on awareness, listening for sounds, managing resources, and making quick decisions under pressure. Unsealed, the Mayor is intentionally challenging. You're expected to learn, adapt, and think carefully rather than rely on tutorials or markers. The game is divided into 3 chapters, each introducing new mechanics and tools while escalating the horror. If you enjoy psychological horror that rewards attention and patience, Unsealed, the Mayor is an experience built to stay with you.
We're all huge fans of horror here at Perp, and that will come as no surprise if you played any of our other titles. It's why we came up with the idea for this showcase in the first place. Another big thank you to Ash for helping us out with those announcements. We're really pleased to share that on March 10th, Unsealed, the Mayor will be dropping on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S and X consoles. Following a week later and launching on March 17th on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X is Emotionless Last Ticket. You'll have to wait until 2027 to play Amigo, but trust us, it's definitely going to be worth the wait. Now, helping us out with even more announcements and news, I'm very excited to hand over to our next guest, Datura Plays.
Hi everyone, and thanks for the intro, Amy. We're all scared of the unknown, and an alien invasion where they want to probe you is pure horror. And because every platform should be able to enjoy the horror, Perp is bringing the iconic Greyhill Incident to Nintendo Switch 1 on February 10th. The reprobbed edition comes with an all-new ending, plus collectible tapes that reveal new lore from neighbors of Greyhill during the invasion of the Greys. Check it out.
People here are losing their minds. They're saying they saw aliens and UFOs. No! No, Henry! And that an invasion is coming. If this is sound, take it as your only chance. Leave Greyhill and never come back.
Now, moving on from the aliens and heading into a dark and twisted, Souls-like world. We have a sneak peek from the Bleak Faith developers at Archangel Studios on the upcoming DLC.
Thanks to Tura. That was just a glimpse at Bleak Faith's upcoming DLC and some of the monstrous enemies that you'll be facing. Following on from the new boss update of 2025, the developers are hard at work making the huge DLC that's coming later this year, including new content, bosses, and lots more. Now, not only do we have a load of horror games on the horizon, but we've also just launched 2 this month. PlayStation VR 2 players, your time has finally come to head into the trenches of World War I, where you'll face horrors that you've never seen before in Trenches VR. In this Horror Game Awards nominated title by Steel Quill Studios, find the creepy dolls, collect clues, and try to make it out of the claustrophobic maze where a horrific monster is chasing you and can hear every in-game step you take. If you like jump scares, this one is for you. Just make sure you have a spare pair of underwear nearby. We've also just launched P0 Bite-Sized Brilliance with Deadbolt Interactive on Steam. This is our brand new speedrunning anomaly hunting horror game where you're interviewing for a desk job that's far from ordinary. Memorize your surroundings, look around each floor, and spot whether there are anomalies or not as fast as possible. If you see something, or don't, hit the correct button and keep going until you complete your 30-floor shift to get your final grade and land that dream job. It's fast-paced, pretty tricky, and of course, there are some scares hidden in there too. Amy is now going to talk with Perp's very own Grant Wild for the inside scoop on what makes P0 Bite-Sized Brilliance a game that you need to check out, and quickly.
Thank you for coming, Grant. And please tell us in more detail what the heck this title is about.
Thank you for having me. We tried something a little bit different with this title. You know, we're really keen to mash up 2 genres and really add the pressure onto the anomaly hunting aspect of the game. So you have 10 seconds for each floor to determine whether or not an anomaly is present. So to help with this, there's no free-flowing movement. You're locked to looking into 4 directions. So you have 10 seconds to quickly flip between the 4 directions, look down the back of the office, look at the back of the kitchen, look down the corridor, and to see if anything's off, really. And then if everything looks good, you mash the green button, left click. If anything's off, mash the red button, right click, crash through the floor to the next floor, do it all again. So we wanted to keep players on their toes. You know, you're never going to know what you're going to see next. There could be something deeply disturbing on one floor. There could be something absolutely ridiculous on the next floor. There's multiple stories going on, so hopefully players can piece it together as they move through. You're being tested by Paradise Core to become an invigilator. Actually, you're playing the same character you play as in our previous game, P1 Anchor Light, who's investigating the lighthouse. So this is the exam you're taking to qualify as an investigator to go on to investigate P1. So you're being invigilated by a man named Dr. Anon Mali. He's very particular about the French pronunciation of his name. I think one of his voice lines is, "I don't even know what anomaly is." So yeah, he's the guy who's invigilating you, determine whether or not you pass, so best of luck. But on the bright side, you have been assigned what they Paradise call a buddy, a little squishy monster on your desk who you can customize, who will speak to you in between floors, offer you encouragement. You know, the official sort of purpose, according to Paradise, is to, is your emotional support buddy to keep spirits up during a potentially difficult time. I was really keen to kind of mesh 2 genres together, so normally hunting games and speedrunning games. So the previous game we released, P1 Anchor Light, it kind of has the opposite approach in that, we really want players to take their time in every loop, look around. We have a mechanic in that game that involves players having to stand still and having to face anomalies, head on and stand there and not flinch, That was the sort of USP of that game. But this one has the complete opposite, where you only have 10 seconds per floor to determine whether or not there's anomalies.
Such as auditioning for a different video game that...
It feels, anyway, to me, that this is a great thing for not just speedrunners or horror fans or anomaly hunting games. It's someone that's kind of looking for a bit of a challenge, looking to sort of like test their memory skills, to test their speed, and also have that kind of immortalized, because this title comes with global leaderboards. So it's not just you, it's not just your friends you're up against with. You've got the whole world that you're trying to beat through these 30 floors. And I know you haven't made it especially easy, but I think that's a good thing, and I think that ups the challenge level. So this has been a fantastic snapshot into the world of P0 Bite-Sized Brilliance, which is available now on Steam. And before we move over to our next guest, I want to say thank you so much, Grant, for taking the time to talk with us, and we will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Amy and Grant. To celebrate the launch of P0 Bite-Sized Brilliance on Steam, we're holding a leaderboard competition where you can win digital copies of our games, just for setting your high score. Starting today until February 1st, if you set your score on our leaderboards, you'll have a random chance to win digital codes to our games. Plus, whoever is at the top of the leaderboard on February 1st will win the grand prize of an Astro A50X gaming headset. So make sure you follow us on socials, as we'll be posting the winners there, and you'll have 30 days to claim your prize. Next up, we have another surprise announcement. In this upcoming survival horror game, you play through the lens of a police officer's body cam as you try to investigate and escape the facilities of an abandoned hospital. You'll have to solve puzzles, manage your resources, hide in the shadows, and fight back with whatever you can. Just don't get caught. This is It Reaches. Check it out.
Copy that. On my way. Hello? This is the police. I know you're here. Come on out. What the hell?
Now it's time to head to Brutal's Limb, the connoisseur of retro FPS games, to talk more about Painted in Blood.
Hey there, you insanely cool people watching this. I'm Brutal Slim, and let me tell you something. Painted in Blood was one of my absolute favorite modern meets retro first-person shooter games of 2025. From the insane atmosphere, the brutal combat, and the horror that oozes from every inch of the game, I simply wanted more. And luckily, we got early access to Chapter 1 earlier last year on Steam. Now, the team at Madcraft is now officially hard at work on Chapter 2 with a roadmap full of content yet to come. And to celebrate the overwhelmingly positive and well-deserved reviews so far, let's take a look at the brand new trailer ahead of its full launch on Steam in 2027. High praise indeed, and I can't wait to see what the developers are cooking up for their remaining 2 chapters, but from what I played, we're in for a bloody good time.
Thanks, Slim. We're looking forward to revealing more in the future, so make sure you keep your eye on Painted in Blood. We're now moving on to our final guest of the show, a creator who is as obsessed with indie horror games in all shapes and sizes as we are, Big Gaming 64.
What's up everyone, it's Big Gaming 64 here, and to finish off the Perp's Horror Game Showcase, we're treating you to a new look at The Relic First Guardian by South Korean developer Project Cloud Games. This upcoming action RPG is set in a dark fantasy world inspired by folklore and legendary storytelling, and with that comes some seriously monstrous enemies. So let's join the developer for an in-depth look at the horror inside The Relic First Guardian.
Long ago, deep within this forest, there was a tale of a woman who could never forget the sky. Deep in the woods, in the home of a solitary woodcutter, traces of her still remain. People called the act of holding on love, but some bonds were never meant to let one fly. The day she could no longer look to the sky. She lost herself. It was neither a curse nor a punishment. It was a story of someone who lost the sky. Even now, the forest remembers the woman who lost her wings.
The Relic First Guardian is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series XS consoles on May 26th, so fans of the Souls-like, ARPG, and horror genre should mark their calendars for this one.
And that just about wraps up the Perp Horror Game Showcase. So from everyone at Perp Games, including our special guest Ash, Datura, Slim, and Big Gamer 64, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you wishlist our games on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, and drop us a follow on socials below this video to stay updated. Here's to a horror-filled year, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon.